troubleshooting a Sharp LC-65Q620U. And it has an issue where it just flashes the Sharp logo and then that's it. So if I hit the power button and back away, you will see the Sharp logo flashes. And that's it. It does nothing else. So we're gonna figure out why it's just flashing the logo. And that's it. So let me put the camera in the holder. Get this TV laid down on the table. Figure out what's going on. Bouncing. Okay. Plug TV. Lay her down on her stomach, on the laying flat down on the screen. Get these feet off. Down some so you can see what's going on. Feet off, get the screws off the back. Come on out of there. That's all of them. Okay. I suspect that this TV may have bad LEDs. So that'll be the first place I check. I could check the power supply. Most times when I have a flashing LEDs, flashing logo, it's the TV telling the signal, send a signal to tell the power supply to turn on and turn on the LEDs, and then the power supply is saying, heck no, there's a problem, and shuts back off. Sometimes I look for static buildup and dust buildup on the board, and I see some, but that's not the issue with this TV. The main board has, looks like it overheated. It could have a bad main board also. So there's just things I check out. Let me get the camera off. So I'm going to show you what always catches my eye. Okay. If I get close, see the static, the build up there, they're standing up like hairs. Well, if they were touching, they can actually conduct. And it's everywhere. It's on the transistors. It's on there. So I'll just brush that stuff off. But more than likely, that's not causing us a problem. It could. And then see the sweat mark or the heat mark on that heat sink. There's a good possibility that the CPU has burned up. The board doesn't look too happy right there. The CPU probably has a heat sink pad under it, and that pad broke. It did break down actually. Look at that. See that stuff right there? And so we have a bad main board. I'm willing to bet, but I'm going to test the LEDs. If I touch this stuff, it's liquid. So that could get on the board and cause shorts and conduct. Okay, and just drying it off is not going to help. You got to replace this board. So if I find bad LEDs, I'm going to clean that mess up there. And if I can come up with a new heatsink pad, I'm going to put a new heatsink pad. I'm going to take that heatsink off and put a new pad under there. But let's see what we find. But that's the first thing you do is investigate and inspect. So I have my trusty vacuum cleaner down here. And I'm going to hit this board, this power supply board, just quickest way to get that static buildup off. All right, so now we're going to test the LEDs. Now this here is marked 1P, 1N, 2P, 2N. So P is the positive, N is the negative. Take my LED tester. Bring you closer. Plug my LED tester up. LED tester, turn it on. Okay, she's ready to do some work here. Stand up with you for the camera. All right. So let's test the first set of LEDs. We put 350 volts starting out. Positive. It said positive is on the outside. So black and positive. Let's see if I get a reading. If I can draw the LEDs. The number is shooting up fairly fast. Tells me the LEDs are probably good with at least this strip. So it's reading 56.1 volts, 56 volts and 141 milliamps, 140 milliamps. 56 volts and 140 milliamps. Not sure if you can see that. Let me bring it over some more so you can, let me lean that. You probably get a better view now. .56 volts, 140 milliamps. So I'm gonna test the other one and see if the other one reads the same. The other set is the other LED input. And if it does, the LEDs are good, and we got a bad main board. So the other set of LEDs are showing that they're no good. See that? It's not taking any current or anything. Now, to be sure I didn't put the leads on backwards. No, I have the leads on properly. So we get this TV has bad LEDs. I'll switch it, just see what happens. Yeah, the LEDs are bad in this TV. So I'll be doing a video on replacing the LEDs for this TV next. And before I can determine whether the main board is good or not, I gotta replace the LEDs. So, but what I will do in the meantime is I will be refurbishing that main board and cleaning this mess up here. And hopefully it hasn't did any damage to the main board. Get that stuff off now. And go from there. So that is it. That's how you determine what's wrong with the TV that has a flashing logo. This TV has bad LEDs. I will have to order new LEDs, and then I'll do a part 2 on this replacing the LEDs on this TV. Now, once we replace the LEDs on this TV, then I may go after the main board. I'm gonna pull it apart now, just for video's sake. Let's pull the main board apart. I just want to look down in there and see if I see anything leaking in there. Any oil anywhere. It's really not that bad. Amazing. Maybe there was some left on the top. I don't see much to do about nothing. I have some contact cleaner spray that I can spray this board with, and it'll get that oil residue off the board. But the majority of them seem to have drip right here, and so if the TV was mounted like that, it was on the edge here, so it didn't really get on the circuit board. So that's probably why this board is probably okay. I have some contact cleaner. Not gonna hurt the board. Let the contact cleaner do its job. Rather than pull the heat sink off, I'll just go ahead and just hit it with some contact cleaner. The contact cleaner will eat up any residue that's left and then dry up. That stuff is not supposed to be conductive, but I gotta believe that it is. I done seen many, especially older Vizios, they used to have that problem. But it doesn't look that bad under there. I'm looking up under this area, up under the heat sink, so I don't see any reason I should take the heat sink off. But I'm going to take it off also, just because. And then I probably will just go ahead and replace the heat sink. This one isn't that hard. So you just squeeze the tabs on the back, plastic tabs, and push them forward. Push them forward and match a little clip. Try not to lose it. And it comes off. And see, this has some kind of heat sink grease on there. And it's dry. It's not as wet as I would like it to be. I can add some more. So there wasn't a heating pad, it wasn't a thermal pad on the head, it was heat sink grease. So with that done and said, I could just smear it around and put it back on. I don't even need to add any more. And that's what we seen the oil break down. Probably could add some more. It was pretty tight. Get some off the board. Some is on the board off to the left. If your LEDs are good, then this is your problem right here. You need a new main board. Then I have it apart. I don't see any reason to clean that grease off. It might be a special thermal paste that they use. It feels a little thicker than what I'm used to. So with that done and said, I'm probably going to add just a little paste, more paste to it. I mean, if it was a computer or something like that, I would clean it off and add some fresh paste, but I don't think it's necessary for this. I'm just adding a little, give it a little viscosity, or a little more liquid, just a little. If anything, the TV company probably added just enough so the TV will survive you a couple of years anyway. So I just put a little dab on there. Just a little dab of heatsink paste, thermal compound, and put this guy back on. Just lay it on there flat. Mash the little buttons down, mash them down, and they lock into place. Simple as that. So it's nice and tight. You can consider that a refurbishment, a main board refurbishment. But we still got to replace the LED before we go any further. Okay. So being that I sprayed the board with the contact cleaner, I'm not going to turn the TV on again. I'm going to just make sure that spray gets in the little areas that you can't even see. And I just want to make sure it completely dries up before sending any electricity, any power through this TV. So we're going to leave it like this here. Put the feet back on, put the back on, and get some LEDs ordered. Okay, so until next time, to part 2, stay tuned for part 2.